Hello, this is Zeke777, and welcome back to Simply Magic 2. We are on episode 29 today. I just noticed I have a question mark on me. I'm not sure why. Odd. Anyway, we have Thaumcraft. So, let's start Thaumcraft. I like Thaumcraft. Anyway, as we saw at the end of the last episode, I went to sleep and I woke up with strange dreams. So let's go ahead and read it. Basically, it says, combine a bunch of crystals with flint and a bowl, and that, I'm guessing, gives us the, what's it called? The magic dust stuff, whatever it is. Not sure if there's a specific shaped recipe here or what it is, but, well, that didn't work. Just one. Should be here. Be weird if it was like that. Does that have to be whatever? Let's actually read it. Strange dream. I took 3 of those strange crystals I've been finding and ground them with a handful of redstone. Handful of redstone. Yep, helps to read. Let's grab 2 redstone dust. Oh, it's just called redstone? Whatever, it's right here. Redstone. Cool. So one thing I noticed at the end of the last episode there, as I was kind of walking around, actually between episodes really when I found it, we had a little bit of an issue. It turns out that... Oh, cool, doesn't use those. It turns out that a creeper got into my blood magic area and blew up. And now I don't have witches. Or witch spawner, which is the worst part. Let's grab a bookshelf. Do I have a bookshelf in here? There we go. Yeah, so at some point I'm going to have to remake that. I don't actually have a way of getting witches. So right now I'm going through. I've got, that's not it, what is it? This one? I've killed a bunch of witches here, and I'm also collecting their souls with Ars Magica as well. And the plan with that is I can make a spawner out of the crystal phylactery here, so that way if I ever need to fill up a soul shard again, I can do it through this. This I can keep in storage here in base. This will be actually what's in the spawning thing over there. So that's the thing I'm going to have to do at some point. I think we've got 1.6 million, so I'm still okay on that. Anyway, right click that. Ooh, magic-y. We have Thaumanomicon. So let's begin. First steps. Who would have thought? A few sprinkles of dust, blah 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 blah. Make this. Cool. If I recall from the video that went out, what was this, November or something, do the same thing, only with a crafting table. Place you here. Cells Mundus. Types of knowledge. So basically we'll go through and it'll unlock things as you kind of go. I'm going to take a little bit and read through all these so I don't read on camera, but I will be right back. Okay. We're still here. We're still standing here. Yes, did a bit of reading. First off, so it's pretty much in this version, research has been completely overhauled. Reading through this, it looks like it's kind of cool. I'm quite excited to actually dig into this, but it's going to take a little bit. First off, it says I need a thermometer, which is pretty simple. Gold ingots, glass pane, easy enough. The problem is the V's crystals. V. I'm probably going to call it V's. It's probably wrong. I don't really care. Viz. V, I think is the proper pronunciation, but whatever. It needs 1 of each, and I don't actually have 1 of each. I have these 3 types. I do, however, hopefully still have this stored in here. Let's see if it'll crash. Hopefully it won't. Actually, let's do this downstairs. I did find a single, like just one, fire, which is kind of annoying that I only found the one. But we're going to put it down here. I don't remember how far this goes down. That goes down further than I want. We are going to have just a small little area down here. I'm not really sure if the actual structure of the rocks matters, but I do want to make sure I don't crash my game when I place this back. Entropy. That wasn't what it was. You were fire. Which now means I'm going to try this again. Entropy again. I'm pretty sure you were fire. Huh. Well, they're entropy now. It's kind of lame. I needed fire. Or was it just, I don't know. Anyway, I have entropy crystals down here. That means at some point I'll be able to harvest these. I broke a lot of them that I was looking at originally when I first found them, because really the only way you can get them is by caving. And the problem is there aren't really that many caves around here. Even more of a problem is the fact that all this is already generated land, so they're not actually going to be around here anyway. It's kind of annoying. I had to go way off in the distance there. So it looks like I'm going to need a bunch of crystals. What I can do in the meantime, though, is go in here. You'll notice I am still using my flight spell. When I logged out, the what was it? That little amulet thing I made. It still showed that the effect was active, but I wasn't able to actually fly. I would jump and it would just land. Also wouldn't protect fall damage or anything, so it's pretty much useless. I'm not sure why it worked that first time, and I haven't been able to get it to work again. I'll keep kind of playing with it and seeing if I can make that work, but whatever. We're going to go with theory crafting. Need a wood table and scribing tools. So let's see, I'm going to need probably 4 oak wood. It's probably good. Let's grab a bottle and a feather, which I've got right here, and ink. Let's see if that needs... I don't remember if these actually need... okay, they don't need arcane crafting. That's good. So let's go ahead and make some cool stuff. Place these here. Pretty simple. Layer of that. Same recipe that's always been. Gets you a table. It's a nice looking table. And then one of each of these. Hopefully it's shapeless. Gets me scribing tools. So, as per usual, I'll have a Thaumcraft building type thing. I have like 5 buildings I need to build. Anyway, for now, everything's in here. I also need a Thaumcraft place up here. For now, you go here, and let's place scribing tools. Research table. Great theory. Nothing. There's quite a few things you can do to modify this. Like bookshelves and such. For now, I'm going to just kind of play with it as is, because apparently it will reduce your effectiveness or something. Your inspiration, I think is the word. So it's not really something I know enough about yet. Let's get something divisible by 3. It's not something I know enough about yet, so we're going to kind of learn it all together here. But let's start off with some paper. I don't know if you can do anything at the moment, because I don't have anything researched. I don't have anything scanned or anything. Great theory. Question mark. Perform some random experiments to see if something could be discovered. You gain 10 to 25 progress in a completely random category. Fundamentals. A large part of research is simply hitting the books and putting in the framework. Study fundamentals and gain 10 progress. Okay, we'll do that. Let's turn the O. Don't remember what to turn that off. 10%. So that's cool. Come to the realization that fundamentals is not vital. Interesting. We'll do this. Let's see, universal theory. So it looks like you kind of click back and forth, figure out which ones you want, and it'll add up to something. When it hits 100%, that means you've actually got something. I want to turn this off. JEI, controls, options, no. Control O. Ah, there we go. Now I can actually see. Let's see. I'm gonna just kind of click back and forth here and play with it. Alrighty. So I clicked some things, got 47 for fundamentals and 10% for Golomancy. Got nothing. Alrighty. Well, there's the thing. I'm gonna go caving and try to get some more crystals. You know, there's a couple times I've been out here. I've flown a few times back and forth. If I were a smart man, I would put down an Ars Magica portal. Not sure why I haven't done that yet. I wonder. So these are, I think it's roguelike dungeons. They have a big cave thing, or no, it's a big dungeon system that goes underground there. And I haven't actually, I wonder if this thing will actually let me go down to where there's crystals. Or if there will be crystals on the walls, perhaps. It's worth a shot. I'm going to explore this dungeon. We'll see if it leads anywhere. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it'll be something useful. But In the meantime, I'm going to be digging. Well, this is promising. So, right down the bottom of my steps here, I found there's air crystals over there. Looks like there's fire crystals down there, so this is actually... These are pretty good places to look for crystals. It's basically a big cave that's all laid out for you. So, gonna go collect some stuff. Cool. So, I think that got me all except Ordo, which I had some at home anyway. So, that was actually pretty useful. I also grabbed, in my appropriate spell, I grabbed a fire. It's actually a fire this time. And I'm gonna kind of come back every so often and grab the other ones just so I have at least one of each near base. Hopefully that'll work. If I recall correctly, there's a way you could farm them, at least in Thaumcraft 5 you could. We'll have to see how that goes when we get into it, but in the meantime, I at least have some to start with, and we can start actually progressing the mod. Okie dokie. A little annoying, I guess I do only have 2 of these white ones, the order ones, but that should be fine for now. We can at least start off. Let's get our gold ingots here, and the glass pane in the middle, and we have a Thaumanomicon. And it's also good to know, it did say that there's V available in the atmosphere here, the aura. I was a little worried about that with adding it into the existing world, but yeah. We've learned something new. Cool. Ooh, fancy. I wonder, did that scan everything in there? Maybe. Because that gave me quite a lot. Let's see. Where'd my Thaumanomicon go? Let's see if that gave me anything cool. Let's see. Complete. Such strange wonders are being revealed. So basically, as you scan it, gives you lots of stuff. Normally this energy is a pure ocean of magic that ebbs and flows, but also permeates all things. Blah 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 lore. I'll read this off camera. We have now started alchemy. Brewing simple potions has its uses, but true alchemical interactions require more than mixing a few monster parts together. So it looks like I've observed a couple things. Observation alchemy, observation fundamentals. So I think Essentia holds the key to a much more sophisticated way of manipulating matter. I should try and learn more about alchemy and know how it fits into the magical world. Armed with that knowledge and a little bit of inspiration, I am sure thaumaturgic alchemy will be within my grasp. Complete. Recent discoveries have given me new insight into how the world is put together, and I think I might know a way to transform matter by altering its essentia. This will require experimentation and something to hold the alchemical substrate. A simple brewing stand will not do. What I need is a mystical crucible. A cauldron is the right shape and size, but what is effectively a big metal bowl will never be able to hold the magical energies I wish to manipulate. Once again, applying some Salus Mundus to a cauldron should resolve my problems. Let me know, by the way, if you want me to actually read through these on camera, or if you want me to read them off camera. Either way, I'm going to read them off camera anyway, just because I understand it a little bit easier then. Let me know what you'd like on that. I can do it either way. So it looks like next up we're going to make a cauldron. So let's start off by making the vanilla version, the cauldron. And then we need some Salus Mundus. I'm going to go with things that I have the most of here. Redstone, bowl, and flint. It's me, Salus Mundus. So let's grab these, put you here. Let's see, I probably am going to need fire under this if it's anything like old versions. If I do that right here, then I think I can put fire. I think that'll work. There we go. Game froze up for me. That wasn't very nice. So, Salus Mundus. You are now a crucible. And we've completed it. I have my crucible! Now I need something to experiment with, and I happen to have the perfect thing. I've spent many a late night studying thaumaturgy, and flickering torchlight is not the best thing to read by. Steady magical light is exactly what I need now. Of course I have my own, but whatever. Now I have a Thaumcraft version. Glowstone is a steady source of light, but I require large handfuls of it for a light source, and it lacks style. I'm sure I can alter into something better. The crucible needs to be placed over a source of heat and filled with water. Once the water boils, I can start adding the things I need. I've jotted down a recipe that I think will create a substance I have named Night Ore. A small core of energized glowstone and power blah blah blah. Same as it's been in the past games. I believe it's colorable now. So basically I'm going to just toss things into the crucible. Crucible need to be placed over source of heat like fire or lava and filled with water. Same as before. Crucible will render them down to their constituent essentia. Might not be able to gather the exact combination of essentia I require, but if there's enough of everything, then it'll work. Yep, pretty simple, same as it's always been. So I need Potentia, Lux, and Ignis, and Glowstone. Cannot craft this yet. It's Glowstone. Anyway, let's make some Nitor. I think it's probably, yeah, I think that's what I need to actually complete that. So let me grab some ingredients. Alrighty, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to place the lava here. I'm going to switch to the brick, place it here. That way the lava isn't visible, this is nice and flush with the ground, and I don't have like another exit in there. Here, here. You. Perfect. Cool. So it's a little bit trickier this game, or this version. Torches have more than just Lux. But if I do 10 of you and 4 coal, that adds up to 50 of Lux and 50 of everything else, because these are 10. So that should be pretty simple. I can do this and get 5. Hopefully I'm able to do more than one. If not, then we'll have difficulties. I still don't have a source of water up here. Why do I not have a source of water? I should probably fix that. Didn't really solve my issue of not having a source of water, but this at least gets me 16 buckets, so that should be good. These things are pretty cheap to make. The water's bubbling, let's give it a shot. So if I hit Alt, it should toss all of them. You, and you. Sweet! A little bit of arcane smoke there. But we have our 5 Nitor. Let's go ahead and finish this one up. Complete. Cool. So if I go back one, I've now unlocked Discovering Aromancy and Discovering Artifice and Infusion. I've also unlocked the Alchemy tab, which has quite a bit of cool stuff. I'm excited. Interesting. As it turns out, in this version, V crystals are craftable. Just use air, or use whatever thing you want, and toss in a quartz silver, which I don't actually know how to make at the moment, but that should be pretty simple. I think it's probably just, I bet if I look it up, if I hit quartz, let's see if I can find it. Quartz silver, sliver, not silver. Oh, 1 goes to 9. I wonder if that actually works down here. If I turn you into this, are you... No, might have to take them all out. Oh well, that's pretty awesome because eventually when I get to automation, that means I don't need to worry about growing those. I can just make a billion of them and have it automated. I love automation. Awesome. So that is craftable. And if I go back, wrong button, there we go. Back to fundamentals. I have 2 things here I can discover. Artifice and Infusion, and Discovering Aromancy. Artifice and Infusion, I already have everything from just what I had scanned. So I can complete that. And I need to make the Goggles of Revealing, which are pretty much the same recipe they've always been. I'm gonna have to craft some crystals though if I want that. Ooh, alchemical brass, so I need to figure out that one. Easy enough. Discovering Aromancy. I already have my epiphany. I just need to visit the lowest depths of the world and the highest peaks I can find. So I'm kind of curious if I can just kind of cheat that system. Just fly really high. In fact, let's go up here because that may need like landmass or something under me. Ah, world spread out before you. Your perspective has been broadened. Awesome. So I just need to fly for that. And I bet if I go down here, it'll unlock this. Let's see. Nothing. Do I need to be lower? I think I got down to bedrock. No? Well, then we'll just make our way to bedrock. The easy way. 6, 5, 4, 3. Still not low enough? Do I need to find even lower than this? There we go. Visit deep and dark depths and I've learned much. Cool. Light that up. So that should have unlocked the next tier of that one. Oh, wrong one. This one. Complete. I need a caster's gauntlet and V resonator. Making progress. So I don't currently have a source of ordo crystals, so we're going to do it this way. Chiseled stone brick gets us 1 Terra and 1 ordo. So let's grab 9 of these. Toss those in. Let's do... not enough water. Right? No? Too much water? Did I just miss? Oh, right. Yes, it takes 2 per. So I should have tossed in 18. But that is okay. I think that works. I can't actually see how much is in here. Did I? I dropped my bucket in there. Really? Right-clicking drops things in. Good to know. Don't right-click with an empty bucket. So I made a decent number of the crystals here. Mostly just ordo and earth, because that's what I got from the chiseled stone bricks here. I did, however, get a metallum Vs crystal, so I didn't realize that you can actually get this from the alchemy thing now, from the crucible. I'm guessing that was from the bucket that I accidentally tossed in. Anyway, so we have that. In order to actually advance in here, I'm going to need to discover artifice and infusion. In order to do this, I need the goggles of revealing, which need alchemical brass. So let's go back. We need to go to alchemy. Alchemical metallurgy. Alchemical brass ingot requires instrumentum and iron. Easy enough. Except, I don't actually know where I can get instrumentum. If I go in here... Does this actually show me? It doesn't show me what I've discovered that has it. I can always look through here. Now, if I recall, I want to say Flint had it last time. It does. And Terra. And that was 5, so it's really essentially just 1 Flint. And then I'll have a bunch of Terra left over. Okay, we can do that. How much Flint do we have? We have 27. Now, I believe I actually have a way of crafting this. Mana infusion. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one. Transmutation. Huh, actually a use for abyssal craft. Alchemy table, which I haven't actually built one yet. Villagers, no. Alchemy tome. I haven't actually made one of these. I probably have the parts for it, but I'm not going to do that yet. So it looks like if I get 32 gravel and probably a bucket of corallium, which I've got a tank of corallium here, we're going to do it this way. Right, shift right click. Let's toss you in here. And we're going to make up a bunch of gravel, or a bunch of flint. With that, we're going to then combine that with iron and get us some alchemical brass. Let's probably get a stack or so. Yeah, more than enough. Alrighty, we'll come back once we have some flint. I was hoping I'd be able to just lift my dark tank up and place down one of these Ember's iron pipes, because it connects to the fluid here. But it apparently does not see the crucible as a valid target. And I tried it on top as well. So I need to come up with another way of automatically filling this. There's probably something I can do in Thaumcraft to automate it, but in the meantime I'm going to have to just still manually bucket. Oh well. Let's go ahead. I have way too much stuff in here. Let's see. Don't need you. I only need 1 stack of you. Need you. Don't need you. Don't need you because you didn't work. And you didn't work either. Okay. Cleared up just a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and toss this in. We're going to start by not dropping our bucket in. Shift right click. And fill you up. And you're still bubbling, which is good. I'm going to put a block up here, because I have the boots that are now letting me walk upstairs. So I would basically just walk straight into this. And I want to be able to walk up to it, but not on it. Okay, so don't need you. If I toss in, I probably don't want to do all of that. Let's do this in stages here. So 16, 16. And then that will leave me with, let's see, if it was, how many is that? It's a lot of this. Let me do some math. Apparently I will need 40 crystals. So let's go ahead, toss our flint in. Toss our iron in. Let's refill this. And let's toss in our quartz. There we go. 20 crystals. Awesome. I guess I only needed 20, not 40. Whatever. Unless... Do you still have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No? Okay. Figured I'd check. Awesome. So, more of these crystals, always good. And we have 16 alchemical brass. So let's see what I need then. Actually, let's finish this one. Complete. Okay, so it puts all the metal in here at once. So in that case... Oh, I need a theory, actually. That'll give me thaumium, which I don't care too much about at the moment. I mean, I do, but we want to build this guy here. We have our alchemical brass. I think I'm probably going to be... I think I have 4 of the water crystals, so we'll still need some of those at some point. We need 4 leather. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab all that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 leather. We need 8 gold ingot. Let me throw stuff in here. Actually, keep that. Throw this in here. You don't need the nitor, actually. Won't need you for a little bit. Okay, and we need 2 glass panes. Let's see, what else was there? I think that was it, actually. I need 1 of each of these. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's go ahead and craft. Place all these in. And we're going to start off with our thermometers. Nope. 2 thermometers, which don't stack, of course. Place you here and here. And now we need, let's see, leather. And our alchemical brass. Which, I have a whole stack of those, so I'm not too worried. Cool. We have goggles are revealing. Let's go ahead and finish up this one here. I have penned my own designs based... Oh, wait, I already read that one. Is that it? Oh, okay, so it's discovered now. In order to discover this one, I need to get this as well. So, ooh, we have 2 things. We have Artifice now, which has some basic stuff in here. And let's see, Arcane Lamp, Redstone Relay. I like anything with redstone, that's good. Hungry Chest, Infernal Furnace, ooh, that's always fun. Thaumic Dioptra, which I don't remember what it does, but it does something. And Arcane Infusion, basic infusion. That gets us... Oh, nice, some basic stuff. Oh, these things have armor toughness. Nice. Arcane paving stones and infusion itself. So let me go ahead and I think I'm going to work on this one first so I can unlock everything all at once. Searching through the Thaumonomicon, I found the redstone relay. It was pretty quick to research. It just had items on me. It was really all it needed. Basically what this is it's kind of like the setup I have downstairs with my comparators and then the bookshelf. Only now I can do it in a single block. Basically you set your input, and as long as it is greater than your input, you can set it then to have your output. So for instance, this way, for example, you could have the relay emit a signal of strength 7 once it receives a strength of at least 2. Basically that means I can make everything more compact. I'm probably not going to go through and actually revise my current setups here, especially like this one down here, because I do kind of like the layout. But you would be able to use this. Let's see. So I'd still have the comparator there. Or I'd still have... Oh, so I'd still need a comparator to come out of that, because that doesn't emit a signal on its own. So, I mean, it kind of makes it a little bit easier, because I don't need the bookshelf to the side, but instead it's now in a line. I don't know. I might play around with it, see what I can do with it. It will be useful at some point, I'm sure, for the various automation, because everything I do in here uses redstone to set up the automation. So it'll be just another tool to have to put into my toolbox. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. So the next thing I want to make is the casting gauntlet thing here. The caster's gauntlet, which needs rabbit hide. I don't think I've actually seen a rabbit in this world yet. At all. I don't have any in my system. I asked my Corporea crystal cube for it, and nothing. So, the plan is we're going to find one, and instead of trying to get 4 out of him, we're going to capture him in a vengeance box. Box of eternal closure, whatever you want to call it. Then I'm going to just throw him, and of course, I guess rabbits are now evil. So we're going to abuse some evil craft and get some rabbit hides off of a vengeance spirit. But step 1 is actually find 1 rabbit. I have no idea what the spawn mechanics are for these guys, so hopefully just flying around we'll find them pretty soon. If not, then I'll have to resort to like a wiki or something. But I'll let you know if we find some. So apparently they don't spawn in plains biomes, which is a little silly because pretty sure every rabbit I've ever seen in real life has been on a grassy plain. But they apparently like cold areas. I'm not sure if an extreme hills will count. I guess a taiga would, which I think there's one around here. Deserts are another thing they can spawn in. It said anything that would naturally spawn wolves, as well as deserts. So we're gonna keep looking. I think we got a taiga around here somewhere. I remember seeing wolves at one point, so there's probably rabbits nearby. But we'll keep looking. Oh look, desert rabbits. 3 of them. We're gonna start by stealing one. And then we're going to murder the others. At least murder one. I want an adult. I probably stole the adult, didn't I? Yep. Went from 100 frames a second to 0. Let's see. Alright, Mr. Rabbit. Goodbye. And let's box you up. Ah, he killed me. Or he attacked me, which killed him. Come here, bunny. Got one more of you. If I can find you. You can't escape. Rabbit, there we go. So let's get a little bit closer to you. Okay. So kill you. And vacuum cleaner. Come on. Are you not close enough? That's annoying. Okay, don't despawn. Vengeance Spirit. Come on. There we go. And we have a bunny. Awesome. Let's go turn him into hides. Alrighty. So I think even if it was a baby, it shouldn't matter too much. Ah, yes, I took that out. It shouldn't matter too much because, at least when I've killed baby zombies, they always have an adult ghost. So good. No big X there. Where did I put that? It's going to be a little bit of an issue that I still don't have my blood supply thing sorted out yet, but let's fill you up. I only need 4 hides and then we'll be set. 3, 4, perfect. We'll just let that go for the rest of that. Sweet, so we have our rabbit hides. Let's see what else we need. Let me throw this in here. Don't need you, don't need you. Keep you. Don't need you. Don't need any more iron. I don't know why I have a spruce door. Okay. So, Thaumanomicon. This guy here, easy enough. Nether quartz and iron. I literally just threw my iron. Okay, good. I was looking at my iron. I thought I had thrown it away, but I guess not. So, iron plates. Easy enough. And for you, we need rabbit hide and another thermometer. And yeah, another V crystal, which I think that might be... I think I have 2 or 3. Okay. 1 for a thermometer, 1 for the casting gauntlet. I don't think I need it for this guy. Ah, I need water for that one too. Alrighty, we're gonna have to figure out water. So, not an ideal solution, but bottles of water have 5 aqua and 5 whatever it's pronounced crystal. Vitreous maybe. So, like I said, not ideal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Toss you, toss you. Toss you, toss you, toss 10 in, and I still have 20 crystal. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Toss you in. Sweet, and I have just enough water for that. So, that gets us our vitreous and our aqua. So we're not as dire on that as we were before, but still I want a more ideal solution for that. These extra crystals will be useful, I guess, because it's, I mean, normally in the past when I've used Thaumcraft, I always end up with tons of these crystals of everything anyway. End up just crystallizing whatever's left over. Still not ideal, but we at least have what we need. Alrighty, yet another thermometer. Easy enough. Place you down here, and then we need rabbit hides. And we need some iron. And last but not least, the thing that I already tossed in my chest. The V resonator. Toss you in the middle. And we have a caster's gauntlet. I'm not sure if this actually goes down or if it goes up. Okay, so it does recharge. We have a caster's gauntlet. Awesome. Complete. Managed to put together a basic casting gauntlet, and I'm quite pleased with the result. It's still a bit rough, but that is to be expected from a prototype. Even as a prototype, it will prove useful, allowing me to make delicate adjustments or alteration to thaumaturgical devices and safely manipulate them in all manner of ways. My initial experiments have shown that it is only able to draw V from a relatively small area around me. I should be careful not to deplete the aura. The main stumbling block now is that its current state is a little more than magical wrench. Yay, another wrench. Until I crack the secret of crafting foci, its utility will be limited. The path before me is clear. Sweet. So that should have unlocked Aromancy, which is basically all the regular focuses. Haven't actually looked into any of this yet, so I am quite excited. Frost, lightning, bolt, yeah. Recharging stuff. One thing I do want to get at some point in here, in the Artifice tab, is the Thaumic Dioptra. What this basically is it will kind of show me a map of the area around me and the aura around me. So I'm thinking I'll put that up on my bed up there because it's a nice little magical study. Or perhaps on the library floor. I haven't done anything on this floor for a little while. I've got my enchantment stuff, which will be fine. This altar here. I don't have anything on that side, so I might need to expand a little bit on that. But let's see. We've got this, we've got that. Let me do a little bit of reading. Been going through, looking at the various research mechanics and all that for Thaumcraft, and getting quite a few things researched, which is awesome. What's not as awesome is I'm running out of materials. Namely, I'm wanting to work on a bit of kind of base automation, quality of life stuff, specifically magical mirrors. It's something that I'm going to be wanting for when I get to Infusion, but it's also something I want right now because, quite honestly, I'm kind of tired of every time I fill up my inventory, I have to go back to base. A thing that this pack didn't have previously. Wrong book. The thing that this pack didn't have previously was a method of wirelessly sending things without very convoluted methods like the the player interface. In theory, I could probably wire something up with that and it'd be really complicated, but don't need to do that. We have magical hand mirrors, which will send items back to a magical mirror at base, which is awesome. The thing that's not so awesome is the fact that I don't have any cinnabar. Don't have any quicksilver, don't really have a way of making that. I don't think, actually didn't bother to check. I have a couple silverwood trees back home, but I haven't bothered to check to see if they actually, when they grow, if it has the little silvery plant thingies underneath them. But that's beside the point. Today, well, right now, we are going to be a little cheaty. We're going to place our block of diamond. We're going to place our master ritual stone. And we're going to hope that I have my magical diviner. Which I probably don't. It's going to be really annoying if I don't. Cool, don't. Awesome. What we're going to do instead is we're going to build a gateway, because I actually remembered to bring all the parts for that this time. Let's start off. That's not how you make it. Have you ready? I need bricks. These guys. Alright, I have a chisel. Right. Things. Take a chisel. We will grab a single chiseled stone brick, which apparently gave me 12, but whatever. We're going to place this. I think this shouldn't be mined because nothing is a material here. Right here should work. Place that. Place down our stone bricks. Here and here. And let's see if I can remember how to do this. I probably won't, but that's okay. Make some stairs real quick. 8. Is that enough? I think 8's enough. Yeah, so basically we're going to make a little gateway here. That way I can get back to base pretty quickly. And I can also come back here because, like I said, I don't have a way of wirelessly sending things. So basically I'm just going to have a chest that I'll have to keep pulling cinnabar out of. But we will build this gateway and set up a mining station. We have a gateway! I forgot this thing needs power. I still have to fly back home. Alrighty, so I got some cinnabar, not a whole lot. I think grand total 9 here. But that was enough to create, let me pull this up, the magic mirror. What this is basically you can use this, you can place one of these in the world, and you can place another one elsewhere in the world, and throw items into it and it'll pop out the other one. What that basically means is wireless transportation of items. What that also means, the magical hand mirror, which is basically an extension of that I can use myself, this thing here will let me send items home, which is really the one thing that I've been lacking this entire time throughout this entire world, is I don't have a way of sending items back. Unfortunately, as you saw there, that's an infusion recipe. I don't have infusion yet. Well, actually, I do have it researched. And I have the runic matrix as well, so I actually can do this. I simply don't have a place for this yet. So, that brings me to what I'm going to be doing between episodes a little bit, as well as probably a bit on looking from the bed. I have over here a hole. And I realized I actually don't want to do it like this. I was discussing with Jet from Thaumcraft earlier, and I think what I'm going to do is I was going to do just an inverted tower type thing where it just goes down to forever. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to hollow out that whole thing. Let me grab my witch thing here. And you as well, because this is going to be an issue. And let me kill this witch. I was going to do that little inverted thing, just basically a big cylinder with walls and stuff and floors, and basically just be able to fly throughout and have different levels. What I'm going to do instead is something similar. Stupid skeleton. Something similar, but it's going to be, I think, a lot cooler when it's done. It's going to be a decently large project, and I'm going to need some things first. Which brings me on the witches here. I need some more blood for blood magic, because I need a bound pickaxe. This is going to be a huge digging project here, but I think it'll look pretty awesome once it's done. So I'm pretty excited for it. Anyway, we are running out of time for this episode, so that's going to be what we're going to work on next episode. So, thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.